Yo, yo, what's up, guys? Good morning. All right. All right, guys. So yeah, watching TNXP here. TNXP, we got, let's see, let's pull this up. CLSD popping up on the scanners. I'll have to pull that one up on the chart too. Yeah, we got TNXP gapping up from 230s to 281. We got REPH gapping up from 650s to 780s. Pretty big gap up there. We got RYIV gapping up here from only about, really, this one's only gapping up about 18 or 19 cents. But it's still gapping up some with some volume. I'm guessing my wife forgot my son's backpack. Hold on. Hello? Okay. A bag of goldfish. Alright. Alright. Alright, guys. I gotta go bring out a bag of goldfish for my kid. So, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. The goldfish have been delivered. All right, so yeah, RYIV YRIV looks good. We also got NIO popping up on the scanners here. It typically has a pretty small float and a small range, and so or a large float and a small range, and so we'll see what happens with it. AMD gapping down some this morning. The big thing about AMD though is that it's actually moving some, and so at the very least it's moving some. Yesterday was one of those days Mitch was talking about it where there was just a lot of opportunity yesterday, and we just kind of missed it. I just kind of missed some of it yesterday. ABIO, yeah, ABIO. What is this? A reverse split? I'm assuming 10 to 1, 10 to 1, 15 to 1. Some type of reverse split is what it looks like. Yeah, it definitely looks like one. All right, so appreciate Two Way for dropping the news on us. Let's read this. All right, so U.S. stock futures were flat this morning after the S&P 500 closed Wednesday at its highest since October 9th. And so, not a bad move for the market yesterday. 286s, 287s yesterday. Let's see what the... yeah, we're almost getting to high territory here. If it breaks 294, we're breaking highs in the SPY, and so if we can get up to 294, that'll be crazy. It'll actually be the highest it's ever been. So we'll see. Wednesday marks 6 months since the recent record high by one of the major averages. So it actually just said exactly what I was saying. With the Dow's all-time high having been set on October 3rd, 2018. Next one we can look at is REPH. Not a bad gap up here, 650s to 770, so about $1.20. It's restructuring acute care segment while continuing to execute on strong CDMO segment performance. Float of 14 mil, so relatively small float. We also have TNXP, which is the top chart here. You can just go to MYOS here. So you can look at the top chart and see TNXP. Probably one of the more voluminous stocks this morning. It's Tonix Pharmaceuticals. They plan to expand the TNX 102 SL Phase 3 program beyond PTSD to include fibromyalgia. Float of 5.9 million. So, expansion news for TNXP. Small float. We'll see where this one goes as well. MYOS, the bottom chart here. RENS Tech signs distribution agreement with National Sales Associates LLC. Float of 5.1 million. So a small float here as well, although the volume is definitely not as good for MYOS. We'll see where this one goes as well. What else do we have? NGX. Yeah, nothing popping up on NGX for me. ABEO. ABEO doesn't look bad here. It's gapping up some. It's at 794. Abeona Therapeutics received FDA Fast Track designation for ABO 101 for treatment of Sanfilippo syndrome type B, which is MBS 3B. Float of 29 million. So, small to medium float with this one. We'll see this one go. FDA Fast Track. I'm surprised it's not kind of moving a little bit more because of that. A lot of times FDA Fast Track news is a really big catalyst. We also have SLS here. I remember trading this one, SELLAS Life Sciences. Moving a little bit, kind of hovering over $1. We'll see if it can hold there. The news on SLS is that SELLAS Life Sciences Group and world-renowned cancer center to study the Galinpepimut GPS in combination with the nivolumab in patients with malignant pleural mesothelioma. Float of 16.9 mil. For SLS, we'll see where that one goes. ADIL, I remember trading ADIL as well. Not really too much action here, but it's got some type of catalyst. So ADO Pharmaceuticals announced open market purchase of common stock by Chief Medical Officer Bankel Johnson, MD. Float of 4.5 million. So a small float for this one as well, but that catalyst isn't really making it move too much for ADIL. We'll see what happens when the market opens. We got PTN here. PTN gapping up to 119 from 98 cents, hovering over $1. Palatintech announced positive top-line results of oral clinical study of PL8177 for ulcerative colitis and other inflammatory bowel diseases. Float of roughly 200 million, so it kind of makes sense. It's not a huge range. 200 million float. We'll see where this one goes as well, see if it can hold over $1. ABIO was a 1 in 18 reverse split. I thought it might have been 1 in 15, but yeah, 1 in 18 reverse split for ABIO. Effective tomorrow. From yesterday's gains, we had OPTT, Ocean Power Tech. I remember that one pretty well. Let's see if this one's actually tradable or not. Appreciate the news, Two-Way. Thanks, brother. Two-Way, I downloaded your thing too, man. I downloaded your script. OPTT is still not tradable. TNXP isn't either. NIO is. CBLK is too. Not a huge gap up there. TKC is tradable too. And so yeah, we'll probably watch. I'll probably end up watching AMD like I always do today, and see what else we can get. I mean, mostly those are going to be the ones that are tradable. RBZ, that's the one that went crazy lately, right? This is the one that went nuts lately, isn't it? Yes, it is. Yeah, RBZ is the one that went up to almost $39 from What is this? From like $7. I'm gonna watch Roku again. Roku faded nicely once yesterday. I kind of missed it, but I'll watch Roku again. What was the other one that went crazy yesterday? Was it OPTT, right? Yeah, it was OPTT. Let's catch back up in the chat. Oh, it's SG and X, not NGX. Okay, sorry. SNGX. Spelling it wrong. What do I think about shorting this? REPH. I kind of like it. I mean, it's kind of one of the ones, if I could trade it, I would look to short it. Appreciate the sub, Rafa. Chev, appreciate the subs, guys. Welcome. Yeah, if it's your first time here, guys, hit that subscribe button. Mitch and I day trade live on stream every weekday morning, for free right here on YouTube. And so if it's your first time here, hit that subscribe button. We do this every weekday. And then we day trade actually on stream too. What's up, Chris? Good morning, man. What's up, James? NIO had a price target cut. Nice. I appreciate the sub, Shreep, and that's a great screen name, man. That's a great screen name. Not Shreep. I mean, Shreep, yours is cool too, but the one above Shreep, I'm not going to say it just because I don't feel like saying it, but that's a great screen name. That's a great YouTube name. So props to that guy. Let's go make some money today. Was watching $1 Million Traders yesterday. Yeah, man. Let's do it. I'm new to trading on a simulator. Yeah, I mean, just take it slow, if you guys are here every day, you probably hear that. Like, anytime a trader asks me, what's some advice I can give for them as a new trader, it's always just take it slow, use small sizing, paper trade, build a system first, build a plan first, find and target a strategy first. If you target a strategy first and build a plan first and try to build a system around that plan, then you're going to be doing better than 90% of new traders, because most new traders just say, oh, that looks good, I'm jumping in. I saw somebody else trade that, and so I'm jumping in this. That's what most new traders do. Just build a system, though. That's how you do it. What's up, Bill? Good morning, man. Let me see if Mitch is going to be here. He's going to grace us from the coffee shop. Caught short with GME. Here's hoping for a bad day for them. Yeah, I mean, they're one of those ones where it's like, hold on. I talked about it yesterday. I think GameStop is, I'll preface this with this. I'm not an investment professional, not liable for any losses anybody takes. Make your own assessment of the market. Trade responsibly. I'm just kind of speculating here, as I always am. But I think GameStop is probably one of the better long-term shorts. in the market. I think it's kind of like Barnes and Noble, right? Where it's like it's obsolete at this point. The way technology's heading, people are not going to be driving out to GameStops to pre-order games and to buy games anymore. Almost all of it is going to be done through digitally through the Xbox. People are just going to buy it on Xbox digitally and not have to drive and pre-order and do anything. Plus GameStop, the only other business model that GameStop has is buying used games from people, which maybe that'll stick around for a little bit longer, but yeah, I think that's going to subside as well. And so long term, short wise, I think GameStop's right there. Right, exactly, Greg. It's just that's it. But it's just like I said, it's just speculation here, and maybe I'm bitter because they gave me $2 for like a $30 game as a kid. So maybe I'm like bitter about it. Who knows? But I think they're short. I think they're gonna fail. I think ultimately they'll be obsolete, just like Barnes and Noble, just like Books a Million, just like most of the physical media, brick and mortar stores. Right. Right, like Blockbuster too. Honestly though, I hear there's a Blockbuster up north. I kind of want to like take my kids on like a vacation, kind of like a museum, up to the last open Blockbuster. Because like I'm 30 years old, guys, and like I used to hit up Blockbuster. Man, Blockbuster used to be the spot. That used to be the spot to go to. You know, now I download everything digitally, but yeah. When I was a kid, $2 was like $100 today. Honestly, I can remember $2 being a lot of money to me as a kid. Right, if GameStop lets you rent games, it would be different. But I think the future of game rentals is going to be digitally as well. Like think about it like this: like you can rent a game, they give you access to the digital copy for 2 days or whatever it is. They give you like a 2 hour window so you can download it. If you have slow internet, and they give you a few days to digitally rent it before kind of revoking it. Kind of the same thing they do with movies nowadays, where it's like if you rent a movie, it's on your system for like a day or two, and then you have to buy it or rent it again if you want to keep playing it. I think that's the way to do it. And then you know, once you once the game gets taken back, you can just erase it from your system. I think that's the future of renting as well, though. Yeah, it's in Oregon. That's right. I'm gonna short game. I'm gonna short GameStop just for ripping you off. Do it, man. You know. Payback time. Looking at VKTX here though, VKTX doesn't look bad either. It had a really nice fade yesterday too. That was that email I just got. All right, let me check it out two way. There it is. 2A. It's not actually showing up as a download. It just says Think Script Study. Like here, I'll snip a picture of it so you can see it. This is all it's showing 2A. Like it doesn't actually allow me to click on it. You might want to resend it. Yeah, 2A is sending me a script that documents the previous day's closing price. I can't remember where he said he got it from. There we go. I wish McAfee would stop making me. I don't like clicking on this stuff. You can get viruses clicking on stuff like that, so I have to Control Alt delete it. Cool. Alright, well, it says it's been saved. Now what's it called though? What's it called? Hold on. Think script study. I'm not seeing it. It says it downloaded. I saw the little notification. Oh wait, do I have two Thinkorswims open? I do. Weird. Look at this. I've got two Thinkorswims open here. How does that happen? Alright, well, let's see if any of them have one. No, that one doesn't. Let's try this one. No, that one doesn't either. Oh, it's called the previous day's close. Gotcha. I would think it would just be on the yeah, it's not here either. Nope. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. What coding language is that, Bill? It looks familiar. What coding language is that, man? It looks familiar. I've been learning JavaScript lately. I've been learning, so at this point I know Python and JavaScript. And CSS and HTML. What's the next language I should learn, guys? I guess I'm kind of on like a... I just want to learn as many as possible. What's the next step? I was thinking I should learn Java, regular Java next. Either Java or one of the C's. TYHT. Yeah, look at TYHT, guys. Two ways, right? TYHT's running. Well, I'm gonna delete one of these Thinkorswims. I don't know why two are up here. There we go. French. I don't know, man. I mean, I know Spanish already. I know a little bit of French. I know you're just joking, but I mean coding languages, man. I was thinking either Java or one of the C languages, maybe C++ or C. AKL says, I don't know how this works. What do you mean? How what trading works? Alright, so yeah, gonna be watching NIO. Let's see if Mitch is gonna be here today. Okay. Yeah, no. Mitch isn't going to be here for Thursdays. MTFB. But yeah, TYHT running up here. So if you like these penny plays, TYHT and TNXP are both running up here. I'm going to keep an eye on, like I said, AMD, NIO, probably the cannabis stocks like I always do. RYIV. What's up, Felix? Anybody know TYHT float size? Okay, so the script was saved as from two-way trader. Alright, let's try it again. Let's look at the Fs now. Nope, it's not here either. I don't know, man. Maybe I can try to reset it. It says it was saved, man. I don't know. Two-way. I'm trying to get it. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at everything. I don't really see it. I mean, I don't know. I still got a little bit of time. I can try resetting, right? I'm determined to get it to work this morning. Alright, let's try it again. I'll reset it. What's up, DJ? What's up, man? Good morning, bro. Yes, I did. I clicked on view in Thinkorswim, and then it said it even a little notification even popped up on my Thinkorswim that said saved. You know, like look, for instance, like I've been using the simulator for charting instead of the actual instead of the live platform, because since I'm just using charting, so I can paper trade the moving average crossover. Like if I click it again, watch. See, this thing pops up that says the Think script study has been saved from two-way. I click OK. Yeah, I don't know, man. Mm. Yeah, we'll figure it out afterwards too. No stress. Uh, do you trade with real money, real account? Yeah. Well, my Tef's account is real money. I use Thinkorswim for charting, and so I use Thinkorswim to, like you'll see me. I'm testing the moving average crossover scalping strategy, and so if you see me trade on this, it's just paper because I'm just testing out a strategy. But when you see me trade with this account, it's live money. Yeah, I mean, I have trade idea scanners anyway, though. And so it's not a big deal. Yeah, no stress, Jorge. No worries, bro. Alright, guys, so what's everybody else's favorite? I mean, I'm kind of looking at what was the other one? TYHT, right? Yeah, TYHT kind of going crazy here. TYHT, TNXP. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm watching. Don't get offended and call him buddy. Did anybody say buddy? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'd like to day trade, but the software looks a bit difficult to use. I mean, honestly, I've had people say it looks like NASA. But it's actually not. It seems intimidating, I'm sure. Like, this is just scanners, right? Like, in 4 minutes, I'll take this down, and then I'll just keep scanners up. So if all you have to do is, like, this is just charting. The right side is just charting. And then when I'm ready to trade, I just pull this up. And, like, if I want to buy, I click buy. I can pick my share size, click my order type, which is going to be a market order for TEFs. And then I can just click buy, and it shows me, my P&L and everything down there. When I'm ready to get out of it, I can just click sell. I can get out of it there. If I want to short, I can just click short and look at these charts and determine, when I want to do all that stuff. That's all it is. Looks intimidating, but once you get used to it, it's, normal. Question, I'm using the TradeNet demo challenge, and it says to using less than 6 tickets or more than 20 tickets in a single active trading day will result in challenge disqualification. It doesn't mean 6 stocks. It means you have to trade with 6 tickets. So that's basically saying you have to trade 3 times, like in and out, like a full round trip 3 times. So you have to make 3 trades, 3 separate trades on any particular day. And you can't make over 10 trades on any particular day. So basically, like, if I bought AMD and then sold AMD, that would be 1 trade. That would be 2 tickets, which would be 1 trade. If I bought NIO and then sold NIO, that would be another trade. So that would be another 2 tickets. And so at that point, it would be 4 tickets. And then if I shorted Apple and then covered, that would be another 2 tickets. So that would be another full trade. So that would be 3. And so that would be 6 tickets, 3 trades. That's the minimum. So you basically have to trade 3 times. Yeah, no stress. No worries, man. Yeah, tickets, just think of tickets like anytime you click a buy button, like tickets stand for like 1/2 of a trade, right? So like if you buy a stock, but you don't sell it yet, that's 1 ticket. Once you sell it, that's 2 tickets. That's a full trade. Understanding that will really come in handy if you're trying to kind of dodge the PDT rule. If you're trying to see how many day trades you're gonna have left. All right, guys, we got about 6 minutes left. REPH good for a long right now. I don't know. We'll see. I tend to be short biased with these, just because most of the time I would say they kind of come back down. You know, but I think that has more to do with my own bias than it does with this actual stock. But you know, I just tend to be short biased. And I'd buy high volume shares on the upgapper side. Yes. So you don't want to just buy a stock because it's gapping up. So like these are stocks that are gapping up, which does show some strength. But like I said, a lot of times, let me see if I'll find an example here. Um, we'll just use NSPR as an example. A lot of times this is what you'll get. Even though the stock gaps up, like you can see NSPR here gapped up some, a lot of times it'll actually fill the gap, which is what they call filling the gap. So a lot of times it'll actually come right back down and, you know, close a little bit lower. And the way you need to think of it, you need to think of it in an extension way, right? So a lot of times when a stock gaps up in a big percentage amount, a lot of times it's going to be extended on the upside at that point. And people that are holding that trade long are going to start covering their positions. And what happens when a bunch of people sell, it makes the stock drop. And so a lot of times with these big crazy gaps that you see, a lot of times they end up filling the gap and coming right back down. You know, and the more people that were long that start to cover their positions, the more it's going to drop. And that's called a squeeze, where it gets squeezed down. And so usually when I see a stock gap up a ton, it usually means that I'm looking at it for a potential short if I can trade it. Now, not always the case. You know, you do sometimes get stocks that will just kind of run up big after big gap ups, obviously. Those are called gap and goes. But I'm more of a short trader, so I'm actually looking for some of these gaps to fail and crash back down. OPTT yesterday. Right. But OPTT ran beforehand. This is what you see a lot of the time with these, though. Very good example. This thing started at 5, went up to 16, came back down to 6. And it's one of those things, like, you'll hear me say this a lot, right? Like, I don't necessarily like to try to guess the all right, here I can get my platform and everything set up. I don't try to predict what's going to happen at the bell. Like, I don't like to try to predict what's going to happen at the open. I would rather just try to react to what I see happen instead of trying to predict it. I'd rather just react to what does happen instead of trying to guess what's going to happen. And that's the thing about day trading, is it's not fundamental analysis. Like, we can look at the health of these companies, but most of it is just looking at technical signals and taking advantage of momentum and stuff like that. Appreciate the subs today, guys. Freddie, Rep, AKL, Yulina. Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it. Welcome. All right, guys. We got about 2.5 minutes left. Yeah, I'm going to go grab some more coffee. I'll be right back in 30 seconds or so. All right, guys. We got about a minute left until the bell. Let's do this. Yeah, I'll probably keep an eye on PLUG. I was looking at it. All right, guys, we got 20 seconds to the bell. Good luck. All right. Let's see. I got VKTX, Cron, CGC up here. Let's get AMD ready too. All right, there's the bell. Alright, so we're getting a spike up originally at the open. And so we're getting a little bit of a spike at the open. VKTX is spiking up. TYHT is dropping some here. NIO, RYRV, AMD spiking up though. VKTX spiking up some as well. We got YNDX spiking up some. What's the overall market doing here? Market dropping some. All right, we got NIO spiking up, RYIV spiking up. Gonna look at AMD, see if it pulls back here. We got a TYHT falling, which is kind of what I expected. EVOP breaking out on volume. EVOP. A lot of stuff spiking up there. Cron, AMD, CGC, VKTX. The SPY is actually break even, just about sideways, but a big move on AMD. I can pull up MU now. MU actually had a big gap down, and so a lot of spikes at the open at this point. NIO spiking here. We got MU spiking. Most stuff, almost everything I'm looking at is up, except for, what was the one? TNXP is still down technically. But yeah, look at EVOP run here. Cron spiking up big. Cannabis plays really big moves. OPTT on my scanners, it's still down. A little sketchy to trade OPTT too, honestly. But yeah, everything I'm seeing is spiking. So big drop on AMD. I can look for the moving average crossover move on this one now. So big reversal here for AMD. Look at this. Wow. Look at this reversal for AMD. Actually had a big green day yesterday too. Previous day's close was at 28.97, so right here. Look at that drop though, man. Wow. I gotta look for the moving average crossover move here now. So AMD basically just broke down underneath the previous day's close. A lot of stuff just reversed quick. Very quick reversals for a lot of these. Alright, so I've been short with AMD. Definitely looking weak. I could see a bounce back to the VWAP though. I gotta be kind of ready for that too. AMD spiking back up. Honestly, I'm kind of ignoring this moving average crossover play because I'm looking at more of a VWAP rejection if I can get it. Let's see if I can hurry up and move here. I missed it. Man, I was running up there too. I was about to short it up here. I kind of ignored this trade because this is just a paper trade. Man, super close to it too. A little too late now. Look at that follow through. Man, that's unfortunate. I missed out. How it goes though. Yes, no, I was looking at it, Isaac. For sure, man. I was looking at it for sure. Yeah, guys, so basically what I was trying to do here is I was doing this moving average crossover, which would have been probably a gain if I would have gotten out at 67 or 66 at the lows. But what I was basically trying to do was I was trying to short it up here at the VWAP, and then I could have given myself like a risk of like 29, 17 or so, and it would have been a really tight, a really good risk there, and it just squeezed down a little bit too quickly there. It would have been a beautiful fade though. That's really what I was looking for with that move, but missed it, unfortunately. Might as well play around with my paper account and add to it like it's a VWAP. I think it's probably going to drop. We can add some more here. See if it drops. But at this point, I'm just going to count this as a losing trade. Like I said, guys, this is paper. It's not actual. This side, if I'm trading on the right side, it's paper. It's not real money. If it's the left side, it's live money. And so if you see the losses adding up, I'm just kind of messing around with paper now that I missed it. Looking for other stuff though. I don't really hate it on AMD now. Let me think. So if you enter at 29, you can give yourself a risk of, I don't know, I think reasonably it would have to be like 11 cents or so. Maybe 12 cents. So with 200 shares, it's $24. Let's see. Maybe squeezing up a little bit too much for the fade now. Alright, I'm going to exit this paper trade. I'm just horsing around on it. Oh, I added to it. There we go. Alright, I'm going to put the paper trading up. I think it's distracting me too much. That would have been a loss. I kind of abandoned it when I tried to trade it with live money, though. Alright, let's see what else we get. BIDU popping up here. BIDU. But yeah, AMD kind of choppy this morning, so just be careful, guys. The SPY is still pushing up here. If the SPY starts breaking these highs, look at the SPY right now, guys. The SPY is pushing up strong. So if the SPY starts to get close to these lifetime highs, it could get really interesting. Oh, SQ and Roku both going down. Appreciate that, Chase. Ooh, I'm looking at SQ right now. Roku was a nice fade too, man. I missed 2 of them. All right, SQ. I like SQ though. Risk of 76.62. That's about 22-cent risk, and then a reward target of like 75 cents. And so I'm gonna get ready with SQ here, and then I could show you what I'm looking at. All right, so yeah. If it gets up to 76.40, I could use a risk of 65 maybe here. So 25-cent risk. And then like a 60-cent reward with SQ. Just gotta be careful. AMD spiking up here. Most of the stuff I'm looking at is spiking up. MU, Cron. Roku dropping weak though. Alright, so ideally with this one, I'm looking for an entry of 76.40 here. Risk level of about 76.60 or 76.70. Probably 65 right there. This looks what looks good if it can get up there. Also going to look at Roku here. Roku already faded nicely once though. No, not really. I usually get in and out. I usually get in and out within a day. I don't usually hold it overnight. I just want to be selective though, because I haven't had a losing trade this week yet, and I don't want to force anything on the wrong day and get into a losing trade. NIO did drop down. All right, we're at 27. Let's see if we can get up to 37. 30. It's trying here. Let's see if we can spike up one more time. Roku just never quite got up there. So yeah, like I said, guys, I'm looking at SQ to get up here, to get right here. May fade a little bit too early, and then short it down to 75 or so. I'm also looking at Roku here. If Roku can get up to 17, I could use 50 as my risk for a 35-cent reward, 30-something cent reward. Now I'm looking at Roku. Roku's up there. Alright, I'm in Roku with 50 shares. Small share size. Have to use 50 cents as my risk, so risking about 25 bucks on this one. Not the best fill. Little baby trade, I guess. Yeah, this one faded too. Maybe let a little bit of FOMO get the best of me here. Let's see if Roku can hold down there. If not, it's a small share size. Let me get these moving averages off so I can read it a little bit better. Alright, I'm going to look to add my rest of the shares back here on Roku if it can get back up to this 13 level or so. I was trying to add back, but never quite got there. Let's see. And it's dropping again. Yeah, SQ is unfortunate. SQ would have been a nice follow through there. Alright, well there goes well, Roku started to crack. Let's see if it bounces back here. Nice two-way. Good work, bro. I'm getting a little bit of a squeeze here on Roku. This is really the one I wanted. It just never got up there. Dropped a little bit too early for me. Alright, so we're pushing up some with Roku. I don't want it to form a little mini triangle though. And so I'd like to see it break down here. I don't really want it to get up there and test again. The SPY did push up and break highs though. Let's see what happens. Kind of watching the SPY. Alright, Roku fading back down some. Yeah, see, this is the one I'm kind of bummed out. SQ was the one to take. It didn't quite get up to the VWAP. Like I said, my entry would have been up here, and it got to 676.30, and my entry it missed it by about 10 cents or so, unfortunately. There we go. Finally getting a little bit of a breakdown with Roku here. In the 70s. 60s. I'm just going to be patient with this one. I'll keep the rest break even or so, you know. See if it actually breaks down like SQ did. SQ did. Roku's a tech stock, so SQ should break down too. And Roku should break down with SQ, especially with SQ looking as weak as it is. And so I'll hold on to this one break even. 68, 65s, 60s. Yeah, Roku Or SQ's looking pretty weak here. There we go, 50s. Nice. Alright, I took half off there. Or no, I didn't. Alright, now I took half off. Oh, I just exited the full position. I did it again, guys. I got out of the full trade again. This is literally the exact same thing I did yesterday with the exact same stock. Exact same thing. Exact same thing I did yesterday. No, I'm actually shorting the stock, Fritzy. So I'm shorting the stock. So I profit when Roku goes down. And so you can look on the left side. I made around $30. Like I made about $30 from that trade. I was trying to hold on to a little bit more. Honestly, one I'm still frustrated about, and maybe it's a little bit of FOMO, but you guys heard me talk about SQ all morning. Like this is the one I was looking to short. Shout out to whoever told me about these two stocks though. Yeah, I mean, I could jump back in this one and get but because I do think it's gonna wash. Like, look at SQ. These are both tech stocks I'm looking at. So SQ is Squarespace, and Roku is a tech stock, kind of like a streaming navigator. And so both of these are tech stocks. And look at SQ just tank here. You know, this is the one I really wanted to, though. It just never quite got up to my entry. And so it happens. I mean, green is good. This is my fourth green trade of the week here. And maybe it was a good thing I got out there because look at the squeeze back up. I could add back at the VWAP for Roku. NIO is getting pretty close to the VWAP as well. I like that 45 risk. It's pretty tight here for NIO. You think SQ is going to shoot back up? Squarespace? I mean, it probably is now. Like, one thing you got to understand is, like, extension. Think of it as, like, exhaustion on a stock, right? And so by the time, like, if a stock continues to just fall and fall and fall, eventually it's going to get a little worn out from just continually pushing in one direction. And so it'll have, like, a bounce back where it's just been dropping and then it gets a quick bounce right back, you know? And so that's possible. I mean, SQ's down a decent amount today. And so it could bounce back some. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, like I said, though, I'm disappointed. I think Roku's gonna break the lows. I think I'm just gonna chill, kick back, and watch the stream with my team. Don't want to chase anything. Don't see any value. And yeah, for sure. And that's the best way to be a lot of the time is just to take it slow. You know, you guys know, like, this week's going great. You know, this week, 4 green days. You know, no losing days this week at all. And so this week's great, but, you know, the 2 weeks prior to this were pretty rough. You know, it's something I talked about. We had a class yesterday, and it's something I talked about in class, and it's something that traders have to understand here, is that losing weeks, losing days are going to happen. Like, even if you just think about the last, you know, 2 months or so of trading, right? Since February started, from February to March 15th. So for like a month and a half, I literally had no losing weeks. I had nothing but profitable weeks, all green weeks for about a month and a half, from February to March 15th. Then around March 15th, maybe a little bit after March 15th, I started losing a little bit. And for 2 weeks, I lost almost every day. You know, I either lost or didn't trade for most of those 2 weeks. And then this week, I've had nothing but green days. And so, sometimes that's how it's going to be. You're not going to have nothing but green weeks. It's not always going to be profitable days and weeks. You got to learn to handle bad weeks because bad weeks will come. The good thing about that is that, the 6 weeks prior to that were all green weeks. And so 2 out of, what is this? This would be 7. So 7 out of 9 of the last 9 weeks were all profitable weeks, and only 2 of them were losing weeks. And so that's still, pretty good accuracy wise. And so it's, even if you're doing bad, you have to understand that, it'll probably subside. You just got to find the right strategy. Now the question is, do I want to take SQ if it pops up to 76? That's the question here. Do I want to take SQ if it gets up there? Let's see, I would have to change things around here when I calculate my risk and reward. I would have to... this would be my risk now at about 76.30. A lot of confirmation in that level. Entry of 76.06, so my risk would be 24 cents. And then I could go for 20.50 or 25.50 for a 50-cent reward. So roughly 2 to 1 reward to risk. That's a big if, though, if it actually gets up to 76 or not, but it doesn't look that bad. Nice, Netron. Congrats, brother. Congrats, man. Yeah, I mean, it all depends on your bias. Like, I'm just naturally short biased. Like, regardless of what the market does, and the market's been looking strong. But regardless of what the market does, there's always going to be a few outliers that are kind of going against the market. And so, those are the ones I stick to. The strategy I use is pretty, it's a pretty reliable strategy, all things considered. Like I said, out of the last 9 weeks of trading, I've been solely trading this strategy. And out of those 9 weeks, only 2 of them have been losing weeks. The rest have all been profitable weeks. And I've done it all live on stream, so I've streamed all of my trades. And so, like, the VWAP fade, the strategy I use is actually a pretty reliable strategy. Yeah, see, this is what bummed me out about Roku. Like, this is what I knew was going to happen with it. I knew it was going to eventually break lows. And I called that out. So hopefully somebody was able to take a little bit more advantage of it than I did. I think SQ probably will close for a loss today. The reason I think that is because they both had green days yesterday. And they're up. Like, if you look at the daily chart, they've had 1, 2, 3, 4, basically this one slightly losing day, but I mean, they've had mostly green days, and it might be time for a small pullback. And so I think SQ will probably close red on the day, but who knows? It's all speculation. I could be wrong. Maybe it'll spike up. I think it'll probably close red. Yesterday was a big green day. The day before was slightly red, but the day before that was green. The day before that was green. The day before that was green. And so it might be time for a little pullback on it. I mean, I'm out of it, man. I'm out. I'm not trading it anymore. I'm not holding any position right now. I day trade, so like I'm in and out within like 5-10 minutes. REPH. Yeah, we'll see. This is the one I said I thought it might take a dive today. We'll see. Yeah, I kind of bummed out about Roku. Beautiful fade, though. If anybody wants to know what a fade looks like, what the strategy I trade looks like, Roku is what it looks like. So you get a downward trend, you get a bearish trend. You get a pull back to the VWAP here. That's where you enter it short using a previous support or resistance level above as your risk. You set the previous low of the day as your reward target. You hold some to see if it's going to break the rest and continue dropping for you. That's what a VWAP fade looks like. Good example of it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can day trade anything you want, man. You know, do I recommend that? I don't know. I mean, it just depends on the stock. Yeah, I mean, I'm trading AMD, which is kind of like Micron, which is, you know, like Nvidia. Like the stocks I'm trading, AMD isn't really a, you know, AMD isn't a penny stock. You know, it's a medium float, you know, medium cap stock. It's not a terrible company or anything. And that's what I usually trade a lot with these fades. Roku is a big company as well, you know. Well, we get a little bit of a break. If anybody's interested in using the same broker that Mitch and I do on a daily basis, go check out TradeNet. The way it works is you pay for a package. It's not a deposit. You're actually paying for a package. But right now, they actually have a sale going on where you get the intro package. It's usually $500. But with their sale, you get it for $399. And so you get it for roughly $400, which is 20% off the usual price. And with that intro package, you get a funded trading account with 14,000 in buying power to trade with. There's a $700 max loss though, so if you go under 13,300, they close your account down, and there's a profit split of 70-30. There's also no pattern day trading rules, so you can day trade as much as you want with no PDT on TEFs. Commissions are pretty cheap if you use small sizing, like I think it's 0.006 cents per share. So if you use less than 300 shares, then it's like $3 or $4 total for a complete round trip. And so pretty cheap, all things considered. There's not that many penny stocks available to trade on there, but no PDT rule. If you think about it, you're paying $3.99 to be able to lose $700, and so you're getting a few extra $100 to lose. I think most new traders lose their first account anyways, and so I think this is a good option. It may save a little bit of money instead of depositing thousands into account. You know, you could try this out, trade with a live account, and, you know, see how you do for a little bit cheaper. I think that's a good option for new traders to check out. It also comes with the TradeNet course, the trading course. It comes with a month of their chat room, a month of their trading chat room. And plus, if you sign up through my link, you do get a free month of our classes as well. And so if you do sign up through my link, you get a free month of our classes as well. And so, yeah, let me know if you do sign up through my link. But if anybody's interested in checking that out, you can go to that link there, and I just posted it. But yeah, that was the move on Roku. That was the move, man. I mean, I would have still held about 25 shares, but that 25 shares would have netted me another $25-$30 if I would have caught this drop. And so I didn't actually mean to sell the full position. Like if you watch the replay, like if you rewind it, you'll see that like I had 25. I had 25, and then I accidentally pressed the P button and immediately sold the full position when I was only trying to sell half of it. But that's how it goes. Green is good. It is net profit, Jordan, and you can withdraw once per month, and I think it's over if you have like over a certain amount of money, you know. Since there's a 70-30 split, I think it's like $400 or $500 is like the minimum, and I know you can withdraw it once per month, and so you get to withdraw it once per month. And now the question, like I said, guys, is like whether if Roku bounces back to 65.80 right here, do I want to enter it short using the previous fade highs as my risk at like 66.15? You know, I could set a reward target of, I don't know, 65 down here, giving me good risk reward, about 2 to 1, maybe a little bit better than 2 to 1. That's something to consider as well. What was the other one? SQ, right? Yeah, man. I mean, I do the YouTube thing. I do. I'm a real estate agent. I have an Amazon business. I have a Kindle business. So I have a lot of different income sources that I kind of combined. Makes me kind of comfortable, you know. But listen, man, it's not. I always try to tell people this, right? Like in the trading world, Fritzy, you're gonna find a lot of people that are gonna advertise it. Like you're gonna find a lot of people that are like, "Hey, is it possible to learn to start trading and make $1 million in a week as a brand new trader?" Absolutely. You know, buy my $5,000 trading course. Like you're gonna hear that a ton in the trading world. But the problem with that is that yeah, it's possible, but it's highly unlikely that you're gonna end up doing that. A large majority of traders lose money when they first get started and in general. And so it's not a get rich quick scheme. It's something that takes years to learn, you know? And I think it's advertised as like a get rich quick scheme, but really it's something that takes years to learn, you know? And it's something that is extremely difficult. And it takes years to learn. And it takes trading in and out every single day in order to day trade, you know? Is it possible? It is, you know, but it's extremely difficult and you want to take it slow. You know, you don't want to say, hey, I'm going to start day trading tomorrow and then I'm going to pay my mortgage with day trading profits the next month. You know, you want to say, no, I'm going to take a year to learn this and then use real money. That's the way you need to do it. I'm not sure, brother. You'd have to reach out to them, Jordan. I've been thinking of getting my real estate agent. So you basically been thinking about getting your license, Flavio. Yeah, I mean, listen, Fritzy, I try to be honest with people about it, man. Like, I'm not gonna like I said, you get a lot of people that are trying to sell courses that are like thousands of dollars, and they're gonna try to sell you on the whole you can get rich with trading and that you can, you know, check out my Ferrari and you know if you buy my course you'll have one too and they're gonna try to sell you on that because like I said they're selling courses for thousands of dollars. You know what I mean? And so that's what the trading world consists of, you know. And a lot of people are just uploading their winning trades and they're not uploading their losing trades. So like a lot of people are just, you know, they'll have say a lot of people will, for instance, they can have 3 losses on a day and then one winning trade. And then they'll just upload the winning trade and never upload those losses to make it seem like they're more profitable than they actually are. And then they'll sell a course to accompany that. You know what I mean? And that's what you get in the trading world. And, you know, what I try to do here is I just try to be honest with people about it. I try to stream all of my trades live. And so regardless of whether I'm a winning trader or a losing trader, at least people can see all of my trades. You know, at least I can't hide anything here if I wanted to because everybody can see everything I do. Um, and so my advice to new traders is just to take it slow. Use small sizing, paper trade, you know, back test the strategy first before you trade it, you know, and then and only then can you experiment with real money, which needs to be with very small sizing. John, how are the fills with TradeNet fast or slow? They're about medium. Well, they're fast. If you use a market order, limit orders are tough to get filled because limit orders they have like a 3 cent rule with limit orders. So you're going to get filled 3 cents away from the spread. So if you don't set your limit order in the right spot, it's going to take a long time to get filled on TEFs. The way I get around that is I just use market orders, and I don't really recommend using market orders on a conventional broker. On a regular broker, I don't necessarily recommend using market orders, but on TEFs, since it's CFD trading, you know, I think it makes sense, and the fills aren't that bad when I use market orders. Yeah, like I don't drive a Ferrari. I drive a Toyota. You know what I mean? Yeah, that drop on Nvidia. I'm looking at MU and AMD. Yeah, man, Nvidia tanking. Honestly, what's going on right now, guys? Like, what's really going on? Like, it looks like Nvidia's just dropping. It's not actually Nvidia. Well, Nvidia is dropping, but it's more the SPY. Like, if you look at the SPY and then you look at Nvidia, look how similar that is. And so what we're seeing here is actually the SPY is dropping. You see that the SPY is dropping, and that's dragging a lot of these other larger cap stocks down. Like look how similar these two look. SPY. Oh no, this is the SPY. Sorry. There you go. Sorry, this is Nvidia. So look how similar these look, Nvidia and the SPY. So we're actually seeing the SPY drop, and that's dragging Nvidia down. And if we look at AMD, we see a similar move here. You can see how similar these look. Or if we look at, what's another one? MU. You know, very similar move here. MU's holding up a little bit better, but most of these are just following the SPY. Even if you guess, you could be 50% right, but once you add your emotions into it, yeah, it's very difficult for sure. It's tough, man. People don't understand. It looks fun, but it's extremely difficult. Y'all go check out my man Casey. Here, I'm asking him for a link he might want me to post. So yeah, we'll see if the SPY can hold up here. Like I said, my next kind of decision here is if Roku gets up to the 65-60s, do I want to take it? Hey, appreciate the subs, Koar and Omar. Appreciate the subs, guys. Welcome. Appreciate it. Yo, Casey, where you at, bro? I'm trying to plug you on the stream, man. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, no stress, Omar. No worries, brother. Like I said, though, my next decision is whether I want to, if I want to get in Roku if it does bounce back here. SQ continues to fall, too. I have $800 in Thinkorswim, scared to trade. Yeah, man, I know the feeling. I know the feeling. It's scary. Just take it slow. Use small size. Like, that's how you get around it. you know. With Thinkorswim, what are commissions on Thinkorswim? Like $6-7, and so $15, and so depending on the price and the range of the stock, take small sizing. That's what I would do. Yeah, I mean it's bouncing up here. It's the second move though, which makes me not trust it as much. SPY's bouncing too. Right, exactly. I think two ways advice is good as well. Like if you're super nervous about it, just don't trade it. All right, so Roku's back up here. It's already faded 3 times, 4 times, 1, 2, 3. It's already faded 3 times. I don't know if I want to risk it on a fourth one. There you are, Casey. What's up, brother? Yeah, y'all go check out Casey's channel if you want to see about options trading. Casey's got a cool channel on options trading. So go check it out. I mean, I think he posts stock videos too, but go check out my man Casey in his channel. All right, so it's decision time right now for Roku. I probably, like I said, it's already faded 3 times. I'm probably not going to risk it. I do like the fact that the $0.50 is right here, though. That might help. Short and AMD. Yeah, you're in that VWAP rejection play, DJ. I don't mind this one. I actually like this trade. You got the little VWAP projection here. You could set yourself a risk of, I don't know, 29.20 maybe. Roughly right here. I like that risk. You got like 15 cents of risk. You could set a reward target, like at least 80 for like 25 cents of reward. Casey, did you post the link, bro? Because if you did, it's not showing it. So if you posted the link and already we're not seeing it, so if that's the case, send me it on Discord and I'll post it for you, bro. Yep. Not gonna say I told you so, Fritzy, but I told you so. Nah, man, but it could have easily gone the other way. Okay. It could have easily gone the other way, though. It's kind of how it goes. It's all speculation. The goal in trading is simply to play probabilities. Let the probabilities be in your favor. Sometimes they will and sometimes they won't, and you got to try to keep it to where the probabilities are in your favor and just let them play out. All right, yeah, go check out Casey's option and stock channel. There's the link. Go check out my man Casey. Hit that subscribe button on his channel. Like his videos. Go check it out. Yeah, no stress, bro. Look at Roku though. Roku dropping, man. Maybe I'm gonna have a little bit of FOMO with it. I'm telling you though. I knew that. I see it's working for you, DJ. I'm telling you, man. That VWAP projection play looked good. It looked good, man. I don't know why people say, like, I never understand why people say the VWAP does not work. The VWAP is easily my favorite indicator. It's just so strong of an indicator. It has so much weight to it. It has a lot of sway in the market. Like look at Roku and look how much this thing is just bouncing off of the VWAP. You know, look at AMD here, just rejecting right there at the VWAP. Yeah, man, VWAP. A lot of people are stuck on moving averages, and I'm not saying like I think moving averages have their uses like for the crossover play and stuff like that, but with as for like a support and resistance indicator, like this is actually a trend indicator, but like as for one that you'll see like have sway over like where a stock goes, the VWAP that's the one. You know, the VWAP has so much sway. Like you could look at, like I said, you could look at Roku. You could look at this example in AMD. You know, you could see how much it just bounces off of that VWAP level. VKTX taking as well. Man, look at, there goes SQ. I mean, I trade some. Like it just depends. Like my big thing about trading is just to stick to what works. You know, like I stick to what works in the market, and the VWAP fade is just my favorite. It's the one I'm the most comfortable with. You know, and so I kind of just stick with it, and it generally works out for me. Like you'll see me test other strategies. Like before, I mean, I've traded. You know, for instance, I've traded the opening range breakout on stream a lot. I've traded hey. Hold on, guys. All right, sorry, I'm back. But yeah, no, I've traded the opening range breakout. I've traded VWAP bounces before. I'm testing currently the moving average crossover. So I'll trade other ones. I have my bias towards them. You know, like I have the ones that are my favorite. What's a good site to look up fundamentals on companies? Thinkorswim. Thinkorswim, I can look up news. Thinkorswim, you can actually do a lot of stuff, right? Like, y'all want to see something cool if you've never seen Thinkorswim before. I can play Minesweeper while I'm trading. You know, I can play Minesweeper. I can play Tetris if I want to. I still haven't figured out how to get Tetris to work. I know you gotta press something. Anybody know what the buttons to press to get Tetris to work? Because I still haven't figured it out. You can you can check out live news. They have free Benzinga Squawk, which is like announcing news. They got calculators I can use. They have, you know, they got a lot of different stuff on Thinkorswim. You know, they got Trader TV, so I can watch like CNBC while I'm trading and stuff like that. So, a lot of cool stuff. Yeah, man, Square continues to drop. Yeah, man. They got Tetris, bro. How can you get mad at something that has Tetris on it for free? Yeah, look at Roku. Maybe I should have taken it. You know, maybe I should have taken this second fade or this fourth fade on Roku. Called it out. SQ dropped too. I figured SQ would drop. Didn't really think it would drop this much. Right. Yeah. I'm just using the generic VWAP. Like for instance, to show you what two way means really quick. If you go to studies and I add the VWAP, which is a trend indicator. If I go to studies and I add the VWAP here, in order to get these top ones removed, I have to, I can side click here, go to edit study, and then upper band, I uncheck show plot, lower band, I uncheck show plot, I click apply, and it's just the regular VWAP. A lot of stuff fading down now. The fade's definitely back in play though. The fade stopped working for a few weeks. Now it's working pretty well. Yeah, guys, I'm probably done for the day, though. I mean, I usually don't try to trade after today, so that's probably it for the day, guys. Oh, also, like I said, you want to help support the channel, and if you're interested in using the same broker that Mitch and I use on a daily basis, like you can see, this is Tef's. If I open up this window here, you can see their default platform, which is a pretty legitimate platform, you know, decent platform for Tef's. But yeah, if you're interested in using them, I'll post their link one more time. Like I said, you pay for a package. It's not a deposit. You're actually paying for a package. With the intro package, which is the base one, right now it's on sale. It's usually $500 for the intro package. Right now it's on sale for $399, so 20% off. If you're interested in checking that out, you get $14,000 in buying power to trade with. There's a $700 max loss. No PDT rules, so you can day trade as much as you want on Tef's. You know, there's a lot of other cool stuff. Cheap commissions if you use small sizing. You know, you can short anything that's tradable on there. Anything that you can trade, you can short on Tef's. And so if you're interested in checking that out, post that link here. If you go through that link, like I said, you get a free month of our classes. So you get a free month of our classes. You also get the TradeNet trading course. You get a month of their day trading chat. You get a lot of other stuff. You get a free month of our classes as well. And so go check it out if you want to help support the channel. It's one of the ways we keep this YouTube stream free. And so if you appreciate this content, go check it out. Also, guys, go check out our website. You know, even if you don't want to pay for our specific classes, like if you check out our website here. Sorry, let me if you go check out our site, like we got strategy section where we break down different strategies that we use. We have broker reviews where we review, you know, these are all specifically no PDT brokers. And so we're reviewing brokers that have no PDT rule. If you look at our member video library for our actual members, and like I said, this is $15 a month for our member library and for our classes. We hold 3 live classes every single week on a bunch of different topics. That are each roughly an hour long. Sometimes they're 45 minutes to an hour long usually. But even just one section here, we actually have over 50 hours of content. So we have like literal days of content, you know, over 50 classes on understanding triangles, VWAP strategies, backtesting, setting up your trading screen, trading using support and resistance, understanding gaps, understanding ranges, following the market. You can see how many classes we have. We just have a lot of different classes on a bunch of different stuff. We also, and that's just one section, we also have individual strategy lessons, risk and reward lessons, trading psychology lessons, and like I said, we hold 3 live classes every single week. And so if you want to help support the channel, this is another great way to do it. And yeah, like it says here though, like our goal is like, we're not to be gurus, or we're not trying to be gurus or experts. It even says on the packages page, remember, we are not gurus, cannot guarantee you'll make money in trading. Our goal is to offer our members a cheap option as opposed to $1,000 courses. If you're a new trader looking to learn for cheap, we are happy to help. And yeah, we just try to be the cheapest guys around, you know, so traders have a different option. And so if you wanted to check that out, I'll post this link here as well. Not a bad week this week. This is my 4th green day. Not from my experience, Austin. They may make you want to reach out to them and ask them, Austin, but from my experience, no. Like, I never have. But yeah, if you want to help check out the site here, let me remove that. To check out the site, you can go to Beginner Trading Packages. But yeah, like I said, guys, we just try to be a cheap. We just try to be the cheapest guys around. Also, shout out to Trade Ideas. Trade Ideas is cool enough to allow me to stream their scans every day. And so, if you like these scanners that I'm using every day, and you want to, check them out, go check out Trade Ideas. Really customizable, super dynamic scanners. Allow you to do a lot of different stuff. And really makes my mornings much easier with the gap scanner and everything else. And so if you're interested in checking out the scanners that I'm using, go check out Trade Ideas. I'll post that link here as well. You can check out that link for Trade Ideas. And let me see. I'll post our promo video one more time. Remember, go check out our site, guys. Whoa. All right, guys. Like I said, go check out our site. And not a bad week this week, all things considered, guys. This is my 4th green day in a row this week. No losing trades, no losing days this week. And so check out the site. There's the link. And SPY is completely crashing here, and it's driving all of these other bigger cap stocks down. And so interesting. We'll see what happens here, guys. Good luck. Be careful in this market. I hope you kill it today and you make some money. And good luck for the rest of the day, guys. We'll see you all tomorrow.